All right, we just signed a $5,000 client. Now we need to go and obviously deliver the service. So I'm going to walk you guys through literally everything step by step. This is also what I teach my one-on-one guys, where like Caleb literally got like 200 leads for his clients in a month using this exact strategy. So let me just go and break this down for you. So we have 4 buckets of it. So we have So there's really 4 buckets. We have offer, we have the ad structure, we have the nurture sequence, and then the appointment booking. I'm going to break all these down step by step with you. So first of all is the offer. So at this stage, right, you already have clients. You're already making a couple $1,000s a month at least with your agency. You already kind of have an idea of the proven offers. If you don't, though, you just don't want to reinvent the wheel, right? So you can go to the Facebook ad library, look up, if you work with roofers, you go look up like new roof and just terms around that. Or if you're doing Google ads and stuff, you can also go and get ideas on the Google Transparency Center. But this is kind of the precursor. This is the obvious stuff. I'm going to obviously want to get into more advanced stuff right now. Now, in terms of offer, though, this is what a lot of people don't talk about. You have 3 stages of awareness with a buyer, right? You have someone who is not aware at all. They're not aware that they have a problem. They're not aware that there's a solution. You have people who are problem aware, and you have people who are solution aware. You also may have heard of these different terms as you have top of funnel, you have middle funnel, and you have bottom of funnel. So what a lot of people do when they go and run ads is they simply just hit one of these buckets, either middle funnel, top funnel, or bottom funnel. And you will get leads, you will get leads with the stuff, but then either the quality sucks or it starts fatiguing, you stop getting leads, and then all of a sudden you're wondering what you need to go out and do. And the issue with that is because you're not hitting different stages of a buyer. Different names for this can also be called the buying pocket. But if you miss out, if you're only hitting 1 or 2 of these stages, you're missing out on an entire bucket of people. Now, the difference in these stages is top of funnel. These are always going to be the coldest leads. This is usually where you're getting leads. You can get leads for $5 each, like $5 per lead, $2 a lead. They're going to be very top of funnel where they're not really aware. And the way you reach these people is mainly with your offer and with your creative, which I'm going to go through. Middle funnel, you're going to find the cost per lead is going to go up a bit because these people, they understand their problem. They're more expensive to reach though, because the thing is it's a funnel that looks like this. You have top funnel, middle funnel. So you have top, you have middle, and then you have bottom. The thing is there's maybe, let's say 80% of the people in the total addressable market are in top funnel. You have maybe 15% in middle funnel. You have 5% down here. So the issue is if you're just targeting bottom of funnel, you're only reaching 5% of the market. If you're just targeting top funnel, you're reaching 80%, but you're also missing out on the highest quality because as you go down, quality goes up, right? So as you go down the funnel, the quality actually increases. So if you're just hitting one or 2 of these, you're missing out on a segment of the market, but also specific quality leads, depending on how far down the funnel you're going. So when you have these in mind, you need to start thinking about how can we create an offer that is going to hit, or offers I should say, that's going to hit all these different stages. Let me just make this more clear, right? So you need to think, someone who's not aware they have a problem, we need to call it out for them, right? They're not aware that they even have a problem in the first place. So an ad that we go and run would be like an awareness ad. As an example, for if you work with roofers, what we're going to go and do is we're going to go call it if they're not aware, hey, do you have spots on your roof like roof damage or hail damage? That would be an example. We're calling out, hey, is this the case? Because they don't know they have a problem. We need to bring the problem to them. Or hey, does your roof like creak at night? Right? Just like stuff like that, but we need to present them problems. That's an example of an offer, or I guess an ad. This is not necessarily, doesn't have to be an offer, but this would be something like we're calling out the problems and we're trying to bring their problems to them because they don't realize they have the problems. That's a top funnel. So you could get a lot of leads with that, but the quality's not going to be great because again, they're just starting to look around. Next, you have problem aware. So you go and ask a question, and these two are kind of similar. There's little nuances here to these, but problem aware would be they know they have a problem. So you could say something, instead of asking, you could say, hey, are you tired of XYZ insert problem? And that would be the messaging in your ad, right? So this kind of goes along with offer, with messaging, but this is a massive part. This is what you need to understand, is reaching different people in each segment. And again, if you're only reaching one of these, you're missing out on the other segments of the market. And solution aware would be something like this would be an offer where it's like, hey, get 15% off your next roof replacement. Right? Whereas like a free estimate That would be someone who is maybe problem aware, but they're not as solution aware. So also like incorporating different offers into that. But you need to understand these three buckets, and your ads ideally need to be hitting all these buckets. So then you're reaching the entire market. Because again, if you're not, then you're just reaching maybe one segment of the market, but you're missing out on these other segments, which then obviously you're missing out on leads, you're missing out on quality leads. So it's not always about as well getting the absolute lowest cost per lead possible. It's about getting quality, getting serious opportunities, which is why you need a mixture, because the further you go down the funnel, the higher the quality is. So now that you understand that, let's go into the actual campaign structure, which I know a lot of people talk about. Everyone talks about, oh, should we do ABO, CBO, whatever. With Andromeda, what I've seen, you can literally chuck everything into a CBO. If you want to know how to run Facebook ads, you never ran them before, I would go and tell you, bro, set up one campaign, set up one ad set, chuck everything in there. Now, I would say, because you're probably at this stage, you're doing at least 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 10K a month with your agency, that you are a bit more advanced, you understand how to run ads. This is the optimal ad structure once you understand the ad manager. You have a CBO, always do CBO, because you want to give Facebook the ability to spend money where it wants to. The thing is, Facebook understands better than us, like at what a good performing ad is. With my ads for a lot of my clients, what we go out and do, chuck them in one campaign to start spending on one or two of the ads mainly. Okay, those are winning ads. 95% of the time, Facebook's right. I just don't think that ABO is worth it for the amount of times that CBO will be correct. So I just think it's so much better and so much safer to just go CBO. I think you can end up burning a lot more money if you do ABO. Now, it's a more systemized way to test, but I think CBO is the way to go. That's what I do with all my clients, is we just go CBO. Now, what you want to do though is you want to segment images and video ads ideally, which is why we have two separate ad sets, because you're going to find if you chuck it all in one campaign and one ad set, the video ads typically get most of the spend, which obviously we don't want that to happen. Facebook usually likes to just prioritize video ads. So we do need to segment this, but that's pretty much all we need to go out and do. Within each ad set, then you have a bunch of different ads. I would recommend even having more than 4 ads per ad set. This is just an example. Otherwise, a Miro board would be way too big. But you want to have these different ads, and maybe let's say you're running 6 ads. So let's just add 2 more here as an example. Let's erase this line. Maybe what you go out and do is you have these 2 ads are top of funnel, right? So someone who's not aware at all. These 2 are more middle funnel, so someone who is problem aware, and then these 2 are solution aware. So this is bottom of funnel. That way you're reaching all the different areas of the market with all these ads, but also Facebook is going to distribute it to the right people because your creative does the targeting. And that's the other thing too, is like you just go broad targeting with this. Your creative does the targeting, and that's why we're trying to hit all these buying pockets, because Facebook's going to identify maybe in this specific market the bottom of funnel audience. Maybe there is a ton of people who are solution aware in this specific market. Well, good thing we have all the different buckets and we give Facebook different options to go and show them to. But also, once you have all of these, think about how much longer your ads are going to be able to run, because you're not just hitting the same audience over and over, where then the ad fatigue super quick. Is we're hitting different segments of the audience with different messaging. We're letting Facebook distribute it to the person that we actually want to bring it to. And it's the same thing with video ads, right? You would have, let's say 6 ads. You have top funnel, you have middle funnel, you have bottom funnel. I would even recommend you can even go out and test more as well. And these should be proven angles just based on what you've already done with your clients before, like what you've already seen working, what you see else working in the market, and then also like 10% should be iterations of just like things that you're maybe trying out or you made with AI, right? So this is what it should be like. So 80% of your ads should just be proven stuff that's working that's already worked for you in the past. I would say another 15% would be stuff that's worked for competitors, so competition, and then the other 5% should be new stuff. New stuff. Look at that handwriting. Wow, I literally can't even read what I just said or what I just wrote. But that's kind of the structure for your ads and how you should go and how you should think about this. But really, media buying has gotten so easy. In Facebook, you literally just go new campaign, right? You're just going to go leads. You don't need to really do anything now with creating a campaign, because it's just so simple. You go and set your daily budget. Obviously, you know how to go and do that. You just have campaign budget on. You're going to have a video ad set. You just duplicate this, and then you have an image ad set, and you just name it. I usually just name it just video ad set, just broad targeting. Just go instant forms. We're going to talk about that as well. But that's, literally all you do. Then you go just duplicate the ads within the ad set. Obviously, like this is simple stuff, right? But that's pretty much the ad structure. That's what you need to understand. Now, you can either go for quality or quantity. If you've ran ads before, you've gotten your clients leads, you're going to already have an idea of this. I personally prefer landing pages. Now, if you haven't really ran many ads before, then go lead form. But again, if you have a couple clients and you understand the media buying process a bit, I would go landing page, especially if you have proven creatives. And that's like what Caleb right here is doing. That's why he's getting website leads, because he's just using landing pages. You can see cost per lead. It's not like we're getting leads. He's getting leads for $5. He's getting leads for like $15, right? But the quality on them is so much higher. Think about if you can get 200 leads that are pretty high quality versus 400 who are terrible quality, your client is also not going to be able to sift through 400 leads, right? So usually quality is better than quantity, but if you're not getting leads in the first place, then you need to remove friction. But ideally, we go landing page if you want to prioritize quality. Simply after that landing page, you send them to a booking page. The booking page needs to be so simple. This is something so many people overcomplicate. This is your booking page right here. What you should have right here is you should have a call out. So attention XYZ homeowners, you should have a headline where you're saying exactly what they're going to get and you're reiterating what you said in the ad. So get a 50% off your next roof replacement and a free estimate. Then you have a sub headline right here, and then you have the calendar. This is all you need. You don't need anything below this. You just want to make sure this is above the fold as well. So when they load the page, the calendar is right there. They don't need to scroll down to get to the calendar to book. Keep as low friction as possible. This is all the calendar page should look like. After that, I usually like redirecting people to a thank you page, where it's just super simple. They click a button, can add it to their calendar. You can have a pre-call video and stuff, which you can also make, and I make with AI for a lot of my clients. Then you have the nurture sequence. This is obviously through Go High Level. You have the SMS, the email, and then I like to either call them. I have my clients calling the leads. I don't call my clients leads. I don't have a call center. I literally just send my clients the leads, because if you do this properly, you are going to get quality leads and you have the right creative and the right messaging. But otherwise, you can have an AI booking bot as well. So I have all my clients' automations and stuff in here. If you guys want like all my templates and snapshot as well, you can go use my affiliate link in the description and you can go get a snapshot, get all this stuff, copy paste. You guys are already familiar with this, right? You already have clients, you're already making a couple thousand a month with your agency at least. So this is kind of what it looks like though, right? You want to have the trigger, obviously the form submitted, then you have SMS going out, you have instant one. Something like this, you successfully submit an application and then you wait 2 minutes, then you have this going out, wait for contact reply, right? All this stuff. You have conversation AI, all this stuff in place as well, right? It's pretty straightforward stuff. Pretty much from there, we're just seeing if they're qualified. If they're qualified, we're always going to go for the booked appointment, and then you have your pre-call sequence for your clients, which again, this is something I hope you have. You should have a pre-call sequence for your clients to make sure that they're actually going to show up to the appointment, right? So you have appointment reminders, but I don't like doing just the generic, hey, quick reminder for your call. That's what literally everyone does. I like doing a mixture of SMS and email. You can also create some pre-call assets, but you just want to make sure you're getting the lead excited to actually show up to the appointment with your client. And also, the warmer the lead is, the better the appointment's going to go. Your client's going to love you so much if the lead is actually warmed up. So thinking about how can you create some sales assets for your clients. Obviously, if they're not qualified, you put them on a long-term drip. But this is going to be the main thing right here. This is honestly 80% of it, the front end of how you're actually structuring the ads, because then Facebook's going to do the targeting for you, but your creative is the one that actually is going out and doing the targeting. That's pretty much everything I wanted to go over in this video. The media buying process has gotten pretty simple, to be honest. Now the creative and your offer and your messaging and making sure that you have this in mind, this is what's going to take people to the next level. You don't need to overcomplicate all this stuff. Just understand this, understand psychology, and you're going to be good to go. So you pretty much have everything you need right there, and hope you guys got value from this. If you are an agency owner doing between 5 to 10K a month with your agency now, and you're looking to scale to 50K a month, 100K a month, beyond that as quick as humanly possible, I am opening up a couple spots to work with guys directly one-on-one, doing between 5 to 10K a month. Maybe you're doing even 15K a month, but you feel stuck. You want to make sure you can scale as quick as possible. So that not only the back end up, but the sales process, audit your sales calls, do one-on-one calls, go through your acquisition process, offer, making sure that you know exactly what you need to do and the roadmap you need to follow step by step in order to go hit your first 50K month and beyond that. If you're interested in that, go click below, first link, apply to work with me directly one-on-one. Other than that, I hope you guys got value. I'm sure YouTube is going to recommend another killer video for you on the screen right now for mine, so you can go and check that out, and I will see you there. Peace.